Hello everyone, my name is Jayben, and welcome back to another MOC review. Today we're going to be looking at the MOC that I just did a showcase on previously. This is the first time I've actually made a review consecutive to the showcase, and that's going to be a norm from now on. So this right here is my MOC Daylane, who let me just zoom out here. As you can see, I have my background just so her white doesn't, blend in too much with the white in the background, because I have a proper light box set up now, for those who haven't already been able to tell from some of my more recent showcases. So, basically, the deal with Daylane is, in terms of story, she is a general in my main villain royalty's army. She is the leader of the Marines, or the naval army. It's not really the Marines, more the Navy. And she, she's outfitted with, like, underwater survival stuff. Like, she has the little deep sea light. I don't know these terms. And she's a very, should I say aggressive character? She's very, like, brass. She's a warrior type woman. So she's aggressive, she's headstrong, fierce in battle. But she also has a sensitive side, which comes to light when it comes into my story. She'll have a kind of, I don't want to spoil too much because I will be making things based on my story, but she has a love interest, or I guess already partner, Cherik, or Karik, however I decide to pronounce his name. And her emotional side comes out through him. If you watch my my showcase for this MOC, I kind of teased that a little bit, that she starts off very aggressive and warrior-like, and then when it comes to Cherik, she becomes very sensitive, and it's a tragic love story basically. And she herself, this is by far the best female MOC I've ever made. I'm ashamed to admit I don't make as many female MOCs as I probably should. I make a lot of dudes, and so I haven't had a lot of experience in making female MOCs, but when it comes to female MOCs in general, I think Daylane is just by far the best I've ever made. So to go in with her build, I will start down at her feet. Let me just zoom in here. So these feet design, I should give credit where credit's due. These are not mine. These belong to Molly, or Elira. These are Elira's feet design, with a little bit of editing, because she puts an extra piece through here, and I just put this little bit of system for kind of detail to kind of show it like as like a thinned type of thing. So yeah, these feet aren't mine. All credit there goes to Molly. The worst part of this MOC in general is the lower legs. I am not very proud of these lower legs. They are way too simple, absolutely garbage, and I'll show it now, but in terms of posability, barely any. Barely any. Can barely even make the... Oh, okay, well, parts are just flying off now. This is what happens when you use system in a MOC. But yeah. Legs, absolute crap. I need to fix that. 100%. I already know that. Don't need to bother saying it in the comments. I'm well aware that these legs suck. The hips, on the other hand, like the thighs, these thick thighs. I'm getting too pervy here. These thighs are okay. I mean, they're a simple design that, like, I've seen just a lot of people use. So, like, there's no one source I can really credit that to. They're a bit gappy, and that's something I could fill in with, like, some kind of illegal connection, just, like, parts there by friction. And they look okay from the front. I have, pieces in mind to kind of put here to kind of further out this kind of skirt, or, dress kind of look, or, I don't know, robe, I don't know what you want to call it. So that this gray isn't as visible. And then, yeah, from the back, crap. Everything about the legs from the back are crap. And I admit that. And it's definitely the worst part of this MOC and the MOC's most glaring issue. Alright, so if we move her up here, I'll move her hair out of the way, which that's a topic I want to address soon. Her upper torso. My design, I actually did come up with this, unlike a lot of times I do use other people's designs, since I'm really new at mocking. And I always make sure to give credit, because I'm not going to claim something's mine when it's not. I didn't think of it. But this torso, I did put a lot of work into this. I'm very proud of this upper torso. You can just kind of see the little workings that went in there. And if you look at it from the front, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of system on this MOC. He's got this kind of winglet swordish piece used for a front skirt with some system greeble on the front. Well, not greeble, but you know what I mean. This is where the greeble is. And then it just kind of like has this design that kind of strikes up. And then we can go into her arms, which her arms are fairly simple. Just CCBS joint for the upper arm, since those are really useful for upper arms. Lower arm is just an old, oop, finger came off. Her lower arm is just, oh, and then the little tire here that just floats around. I might fix that, but it's actually not the biggest deal in the world. I think it kind of gives her characters, it's almost like she's wearing, like, rings around her arm. I don't know. But her lower arm is just the Metru thigh with a Nike armor and Metru armor. And then the hands are super simple. She doesn't have any thumbs, but, like, I don't know, it's not the biggest deal in the world. And then her fingers are just simple, those little pieces that a lot of people use for fingers now that came out, I think, in the Mixels. And then the little claws for her long nails. And then I'll zoom out a bit so you can see the head. And I was really going to say the trident, but let's just do the head. The head here, I'll get it better in the light, actually. I'll zoom in. Thank you. God damn it, camera. But yeah, so the head, I just used the Holly Mari mask. I think the Faxon, is it called? Even though it's not supposed to be a Faxon, because if you know my story, it has nothing to do with actual Bionicle. And then just Metru head. And what I did here for the hair, for the little trans-clear kind of like blonde ponytail, is I took some flex tubes. If you can see there, I cut a flex tube, stuck it on there, and then I did the same here for where the kind of electrical piece connects to the little ratchet piece. And so that makes the hair free-flowing, and it can pose. Whereas if I had just used axles, it would be static and would just be stuck like this, and it would suck for posing, and it wouldn't look cool in an animation. So if I wanted to animate her for my series, she could just like be standing, and then her, like, the wind blows and her hair flows like that, goes like. So yeah. And now the reason I really did zoom out was to show you her weapon, her trident, her I'm just gonna call it for now the beam, the hydro beam trident. There you go. That's canon. That's canon, guys. You know, hold me on that. A hydro beam trident. And basically what this is just like your standard kind of like, I basically just made the little custom trident thing, and then I stuck on this newer gunmetal piece and attached these little Ninjago energy beams I got from the Jay's Elemental Dragon. Not my Jay, but Ninjago Jay. And they're just supposed to be like little beams of energy, kind of. So she has like regular metal trident, beam trident, normal, powered up. And I like that. I think that's actually, I'm really proud of this weapon. I think it's cool, and I think it'll make for some cool effects in stop motion. And then at the other end, I just put a little skull doodad thing and a little drill thing as just kind of like back spear of the trident. And yeah, so now I'll go over posability, if some of the posability wasn't already clear enough. So the feet, side to side, not a lot forward because of the armor, but can go all the way back and kind of just like she'll be able to do swimming poses. Like I said before, legs atrocious. I need to fix that. Her skirt armor can fold out of the way, so you can move her legs out, forward about that much without getting in the way of stuff, and back about that much. And just place everything back in place. No waist swivel. It's completely static, but I think it's okay. Arms, move her head out of the way. Her arms can go a full 360, or her shoulders can, and, you know, up and down about that much. Just this clicks in here and gets in the way. Arms on a ball joint so they can have free range of movement. Arms are double ball jointed, so they have, or the hands, so they have really good posability, and that is very handy for a spear weapon. I think if you're gonna give your MOC some kind of like spear or trident weapon, having really good hand posability, particularly double jointed ones, really does help. And then the head, if you move the hair out of the way, can go a full 360, and then down about that much, and then up all the way back, almost like she's going, oh! And then, as I said before, her hair is like posable in many different directions because of the cut flex tube. I don't care about purism. I just mock the way I want to mock. So yeah, that's Daylane. I was expecting myself to ramble a lot more, but I seem to cover this mock pretty quick and without me wheezing and coughing like I did in the last one. So let me know what you think about the mock in the comments, guys. Give me your constructive criticism, other than the legs, because I know I have to fix this piece of shit. And let me know what you think about the mock, and let me know in the description below who you want me to review next, since I already have a bunch of showcases I've done and no reviews for those mocks, so I want to know who you want to see first. Two, though, that I will say, actually, no, never mind, because two mocks I've done showcases for have been heavily modified to the point where I'd rather give them a new showcase than review them at first. So the next mock review is going to be for Cherrick over here. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching, and tune in next time for more content. Later!